Singer-songwriter Barry Manilow is canceling some tour dates to undergo surgery after revealing a lung cancer diagnosis. The 82-year-old Grammy winner, known for hits like Copacabana and Mandy, is upbeat and optimistic, saying his doctors don't believe the cancer has spread. Now Manilow is assuring his fans he will be back on stage very soon. ABC's Lara Spencer has the details.
You know I can't smile without you.
Barry Manilow, the classic crooner that keeps us smiling, opening up about his battle with lung cancer.
Oh, Mandy, well, you came and you gave without taking.
The 82-year-old Mandy singer sharing his diagnosis on Instagram, writing he received an MRI after a recent bout of bronchitis, which he says discovered a cancerous spot on his left lung that needs to be removed with surgery. Luckily, he says his doctors don't believe the cancer has spread. Manilow adding, so that's it. No chemo, no radiation, just chicken soup and I Love Lucy reruns.
What we've heard from Barry's announcement, happily, is he said that chemotherapy or radiation isn't required. So in most cases, that would mean that it hasn't spread to the lymph nodes in the center of the chest.
The surgery means Manilow will have to postpone 10 concerts originally planned for January. A hard choice for the performer whose career spans more than 60 years, famously saying he never wants to retire.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
Celebrated around the world for his string of #1 hits beginning in the 1970s.
At the Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana. Would this be the magic island?
Manilow has sold over 85 million records, making him one of the world's best-selling solo artists of all time. His last major tour disruption came in 2020 when he was treated for throat cancer. Now Manilow will take a month off to recover from surgery after this latest fight. He credits, quote, pure luck and a great doctor that his lung cancer was found so early. And he encouraged his fans to take charge of their own health and not ignore warning signs, saying, if you have even the slightest symptom, get tested.
If you have pulmonary symptoms that aren't going away, persistent cough, for example, it's important to seek further evaluation, get evaluated, because if you catch lung cancer early, that's when it's most curable.
Our thanks to Lara Spencer. Let's bring in American Cancer Society Chief Patient Officer Dr. Arif Kamal for more on this. Dr. Kamal, thank you so much for joining us. I know you don't treat Barry Manilow, but based on what you know about his diagnosis, how optimistic are you that he'll be back on stage by Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we should feel optimistic because when we find things as stage 1 lung cancer, we can feel really good about what's going to happen. Surgical resection, which is sound like what is planned, typically can go well for someone who can handle that type of treatment. And staying away from chemotherapy and radiation is also a very optimistic thing as well.
And Manilow says his doctors found the cancerous spot on his left lung in an MRI after a recent bout of bronchitis. How critical is it to catch cancer like this early on? I would imagine it's extremely critical. And what are some of those warning signs that people should look out for?
Yeah, it sounds like in his case, it was really pulmonary symptoms, cough, shortness of breath that didn't go away, even with maybe some antibiotics in time. And so certainly for a person who has a smoking history, it's important to follow up with your doctor if those symptoms don't go away on their own. But also important to recognize that for those who have a smoking history, we at the American Cancer Society and others recommend lung cancer screening. That's using a CT scan to look for early stages of lung cancer every year starting at the age of 50.
Oh, really good advice. Okay. Manilow says he'll undergo surgery, but he says he won't need chemo or radiation. He says just chicken soup and I Love Lucy reruns, which I love that. We all need some of that, right? But how does that surgery work, and what sort of further treatment would be necessary in his case?
Yeah, so in some cases of stage 1 lung cancer, all one needs is surgical resection, and that can be either done by taking out part of the lung through a surgery. That's pretty common, actually. We make sure that people are optimized for that surgery and then go in and take it out. Importantly, if we don't find any surprising findings, then we can avoid things like chemotherapy and radiation. So overall, really, for a stage 1 lung cancer across the board, a lot of optimism because cure rates can be as high as 75 to even 90%.
Fantastic tips. Dr. Arif Kamal, thank you so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it.